everybody, and thanks so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Dion, and this is D. Maria Reacts. Let me just say that the liberal legacy media is having total meltdowns about the stance that Mark Zuckerberg has taken regarding free speech. They are all up in arms because speech is not going to be restricted anymore. They are all up in arms because other viewpoints will be allowed to rise to the marketplace, and they are not going to have a corner on communication anymore. They cannot stand it. I just had to chuckle. Check this out right here.
Billionaire tech bros, that's what the people are calling them. They are apparently bending the knee to Donald Trump. They're investing millions in his upcoming inauguration, even changing company policies to improve their standing with his administration. Meta and Facebook owner Mark Zuckerberg met with Trump and Mar-a-Lago on Friday, according to Semaphore. This is just days after billionaire tech bros.
Go back here. Go to here. Go here. Share. This.
The billionaire tech bros, that's what the people are calling them. They are apparently bending the knee to Donald Trump. They're investing millions in his upcoming inauguration, even changing company policies to improve their standing with his administration. Meta and Facebook owner Mark Zuckerberg met with Trump and Mar-a-Lago on Friday, according to Semaphore. This is just days after announcing the platform would end its fact-checking program. Also announced, sweeping changes to the company's hate speech policy and the dissolution of its diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. I just feel like, as someone that has been on Facebook and Instagram and Threads, right, all the things, I think two things. One, I don't know what the look was Mark Zuckerberg was going for in his little video. It was given like freshman at HBCU.
Yeah, he is going backwards. I mean, he went from nice haircut, suits in his pictures and I guess in his videos, and now he's got this carrot top thing going on. I don't, whatever. It looks funny though.
And two, what? I feel like it's only the bigots that were constrained with their hate speech, with their speech restriction, because. And I don't know why the bigots need a platform. That's what I don't understand here. But
let me just stop right there. So she's saying, I don't know why the bigots need a platform. Who the heck are you? So I would be considered one of those bigots. They are just ticked off that their whole house of cards is about to come tumbling down. Mark Zuckerberg has jumped on board. He wants to get back to people being able to freely speak what's on their mind, and folks not having to tap dance to the rhetoric coming from the progressive left. They are mad. They feel like they have a corner on communication, and they see that they are losing their grip, they're losing their hold, and they can't stand it. And I'm so here for it. I love it.
For me, this is all about credibility, and the Zuckerbergs and crew, the billionaire bros, what the hell they call themselves, lost it a long time ago. And the reality of it is the capitulation, the changing of how they platform their social media just tells us how credible they are, and they're not. I mean,
okay, who is he to say who's credible or not? Just because people don't agree with you does not mean they are not credible.
Facts don't matter now, and that's very clear.
So y'all got the corner on facts. Oh my gosh.
Because you've got an incoming president who lies. who lies and who will continue to lie. And they don't want to be in a position where they have to fact check that. They don't want to be in a position where those who access that platform call out the lie, right? And so they want to.
These people are delulu. They are delusional. I mean, I think at this point they believe their own shams wholeheartedly. And I am just outdone when I hear this. I never watch shows like this. This is MSNBC. And this is why they sound so crazy to me.
Now be able to counter program against the lie, against those who want to, right? And so they want to now be able to counter program against the lie, against those who want to fact check real time and say that was a lie, and then have it, like you just mentioned, having all of this bigotry, craziness, ugliness come in and inundate the space, because that then becomes more powerful than the fact that the president.
It's free speech. Why should y'all's viewpoint be the only viewpoint that has freedom of expression? Nope.
The United States just lied to us. So yeah, they have no credibility. I don't use.
You have no credibility.
I got off Facebook a long time
but we're
ago.
on Instagram.
You're on Instagram.
We're on Instagram. So like Mark Zuckerberg did this because he knows y'all are not closing the Instagram accounts.
Right.
We might not be on Facebook, but we're using Instagram. He did it because he's not going to see the backlash in terms of people leaving the platform, and that's a reality.
Can I just illustrate?
If you don't like what's being done, leave the platform. Let it go. You don't have to be on Instagram or any of them. If you're against free speech, then just be gone. We've been dealing with y'all's mess loudly for the last 4 years.
That's because I was sort of trying to figure out what this could possibly look like, and The Intercept got some leaked meta rules. Here are some examples of newly permissible speech on Facebook and Instagram that are highlighted in their training materials. I actually don't want to read any of these things because they're all so awful, but they're about immigrants, they're about the gay community, they're about the trans community, and if all of those things, yes.
Oh my God, this is now this is what I'm saying. This is for the bigots. This is for the bigots and the people who hate other people. This is not for anybody. This is not for most Americans. This is for the people.
It is for most Americans. It's for the people who have a difference of opinion. You know, someone may not like me, you know, and they may call me out of my name. Most of the time, I careth not. But, you know, somebody might slip something in and it may make me feel some type of way, make me feel bad or whatever. But I know how to manage my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the world walking and tipping around on eggshells in order for me to feel comfortable on this planet. I don't need that. I create a space in my own mind where I speak positively to myself. I go back to the Word of God because that's the way that I choose to deal with life and deal with whatever things that I'm going through. But, you know, nobody should be forced to walk on eggshells, so to speak, so that you can feel okay. See, there must be something wrong, and it must be that you don't feel okay about certain things. And this is what I mean. For instance, if you're living a certain lifestyle, and in your heart of hearts, you know that inside yourself, you're being convicted. Because the Holy Ghost convicts. Let me back up. You know in your heart of hearts, you feel convicted. Especially if you're someone that you have a history of being a Christian, for instance. I'm speaking from that perspective. And I speak from that perspective because that's my perspective. And it's me who's reacting to these comments. So if in your heart of hearts you know that you are wrong about something, see, that's the thing. It's people want to be praised and uplifted in their craziness. And if you don't get on board and start using their talking points and celebrating their team, if you have the gall to operate in your freedom and function in your freedom, then they no longer have the power to cancel you. This is going to be amazing. I'm very excited about this. I know of people who have been, their beliefs and their viewpoints have been demonized, and they've lost platforms. They've been blocked out of, the airspace to be able to come out and speak publicly about what they believe, whether it's political views or social views or religious. And so hopefully during these next 4 years, those people will be allowed to come back and rebuild and be able to have their freedom of expression just like everybody else. So anyway, these folks are having a meltdown. They can't stand it. They are losing their grip. They're losing control, and they are flipping the heck out. And it's funny to me because, and you can call me a bigot all day, because I guess I'm a bigot because I don't think like them. So whatever, call me a bigot, I careth not. This is going to be hilarious.
That want to be internet bullies, and I don't bigots and the people who hate other people. This is not for anybody. This is not for most Americans. This is for the people that want to be internet bullies, and I don't understand. That is not about fairness. The internet.
And I take issue with that statement. Oh.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is now. This is what I'm saying. This is for the bigots. This is for the bigots and the.
Wow. So the employees at Facebook are having to undergo some retraining. That's how bad this has been. They have to be deprogrammed.
But they're about immigrants. They're about the gay community. They're about the trans community. And if all of those things, yes.
Oh my God, this is now. This is what I'm saying. This is for the bigots. This is for the bigots and the people who hate other people.
It is not only for that. And, people have the right to feel the way they feel, even if you don't agree with it. And even if I don't agree with it, they have the right to feel the way they feel, believe what they believe. Okay. As long as there's not threats of doing bodily harm to people, that's the kind of speech that shouldn't be tolerated. But, people having a difference of opinion, it does not automatically put you in a group of being haters of others. I can have a different opinion than you and not hate you. Let me say that again. I can have a different opinion from you and not hate you.
This is not for most Americans. This is for the people that want to be internet bullies. And I don't.
And I'm no internet bully. So what in the world are you even talking about?
That is not about fairness. The internet, why do the bigots need a platform?
Well, I also thought it was interesting. Did you see this, Michael, that in their statement they said, well, if they can say things on the floor of Congress, they should be able to say, well, I wouldn't use the floor of Congress right now as my metric.
I wouldn't use the floor of Congress as my metric, but if you're telling me that on the floor of Congress they say gays are freaks, because that's one of the things that's now
maybe that one congressman does.
But that's my point, right? So are we mimicking the Congress, or is the Congress mimicking us? And so where's the line in which we as a society say that, putting suggestive comments about beneath the picture of a young girl under the age of 17 is okay. Is that what we're saying now, Mark Zuckerberg? You can do that. You're okay with posting pictures of young children, of young girls with suggestive language beneath their picture, because that's now permissible on your platform. So that's what this is about. And so when parents get upset and just put out by this, where do they go? How, and bad things happen because of what you're platforming, you're going to sit back and go, well, we're not responsible. Section 203, we're protected. We have no responsibility here. It's just a platform.
Mm-hmm.
Bull. It's more than that, and you know it.
It's sad, because what do we do? At least I don't even know what we do, because I'm not getting off Instagram, but I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
You ain't gonna do nothing but deal with it. Point blank. We have dealt with y'all. Let me go back. You ain't gonna do nothing with it but deal with it. We dealt with y'all for the last 4 years, and now it's our turn. It's the turn for the American people to get back to having the benefits of being American citizens, having freedom of speech, not being forced to say only certain talking points. It is like we have been so traumatized, and people are so afraid to speak their viewpoint. I mean, certain topics aren't even broached in public or talked about. We have been walking around like we live in communist China someplace. And it has been ridiculous. So I welcome and embrace this newness. I'm not necessarily of the viewpoint that I believe Mark Zuckerberg has had some great epiphany or change in his, even if he may say it, change in his political standpoints or whatever. You know, he might be just saying, you know, okay, we'll roll with this because Trump is president and I'll just roll with it. He's also competing against these other platforms because these other platforms are going to have more members. I'm sure X/Twitter has an increased membership in the last 4 years because people will go there to be able to find information or be able to speak on certain things that they have been banned basically from Facebook and Instagram from being able to say. So I'm welcoming this. I'm glad about it. And I am just thrilled to see the progressive left viewpoint being told that they're going to have to sit back and be equal with us. You're not lording over us anymore. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Ooh, these glasses. These are cheaters rather than prescription glasses. So the lenses are so shiny. Ooh, I can't stand it. So I have to turn my head certain ways in order for the lens not to be throwing back all that light and all that shine. Anyway, thanks so much, y'all, for coming by again and hanging out with me. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. Hang out with me. I'm on my journey to 5,000. That's my next long-term goal, I guess I would say. So I got a little ways to go, but if you would do me the solid of pressing that like button, leaving your comment down below, share this video with people who you believe would enjoy this content, and if you yourself are finding value in my content, in listening to me react to the goings on in the culture and the political realm and all that, if you're enjoying this, you're enjoying my content, definitely hit that subscribe button. I would so very appreciate it. Subscribe and then press that bell notification marked all, and you will be notified each time I drop another video. Thank you all so much again, and I will see you next time. Take care and